Okay, GoPro.
Yeah.
Bonk. Why don't you come in here and warm up for a minute? That's a little better one. They're all nice. Oh my gosh, was that fun. He's cold. 41 degree water temp, something like that. It's pretty much the end. Give me that back. But it's not the end. There's nobody else out here. It's freezing, but the walleyes are smacking up shallow. Just throwing a little 1/4 ounce VMC Neon Moon Eye jig with an assortment of Moxis, ringtails, just really subtle, slow moving plastics. Doing little 1-foot pops, and every once in a while, actually quite often, after your pop you feel bonk. Dude, I love it. It's a magical time of year. Most people are in a deer stand right now, but I wouldn't trade this for that. But I would trade this for some venison sticks, if anybody's interested. Every one of those is a walleye. All those little shadows speckled along this sand flat with grass mixed in. Whew. There's a whole bunch up here right where that weed stops, right on the edge too, but that is a megawad. And that's what you drive around and look for. Drive around till you see that, and then commence with the whacking. There's fish everywhere. There's a couple off that back corner. No, do not come up here.
Do not come.
I'm gonna go.
I'm gonna come. Nice. Double.
Double.
Double. I was just getting ready to go grab the camera.
Heck no, man. Catch those fish.
Double. Oh.
Yes.
Cold water and hungry fish. Ooh, we got a good one. Look at this guy. Look at this guy.
Grab him, baby.
I can't flip him.
Yes.
Oh.
Come say hi.
I'm gonna come.
Double trouble. You got me on size though.
Tasty. Oh, look at that. Still just barely right on the tip of the snoot.
Oh, let's take a double picture. There's a fish coming out of it.
Oh, that was so awesome.
Oh, that was cool. That was so cool. Oh my gosh. Dude. I love that you got to see that too. Is it a weed? Is it a fish? Is it a weed? And then the other one's like, hello. How you doing? Absolutely drilled that. These things are freezing. I will not even talk any more about what just happened because you got to see it on live scope. That was wild. This is so dang fun, man. Oh my gosh.
What is
Dude.
the water temp?
42-ish. I've seen anything from 40 to 43 depending where we're at and how deep. And in the last week it's dropped another 10 degrees. And yeah, these fish are just up skinny water. I mean, 11's kind of on the deep end right now. And we're fishing either two things, sand flats or these little patches of weeds. And even with live scope, you're basically better off not looking at it, because by the time you see them on there, all of a sudden you're on top of them. So just pitching away from the boat 30-40 feet at these weed clumps and just doing little 1-foot pops until you feel the bonk. That one we got to watch eat, which was incredible. But they're up here just cruising the shallow water because that's where the bait is. That's where the little perch are. The shiners are moving back up. And honestly, as the water temps get colder and colder, we came out here and did this last year when it was like 37-degree water temps. So what's that, maybe a week from now? And we found them even shallower. I mean, during the day and stuff, you were still seeing fish in that 10 to 14, but they get up skinny water. We're trolling in 3 feet, even less sometimes. You're tilting the prop up to troll shallow enough, but no, I can't beat this right now. I'm like speechless. They're just whacking it. The sun's out. Yeah, it's only 20 degrees, but who cares? There's one other brave soul putting a boat in right now. Might have to tone down the chuckles and the giggles here pretty quick. Wow, that was fun. You see all those on that? Yeah.
He whacked it.
He smoked.
He whacked it. He whacked it. Oh, look at him. Look at him.
It's
a good one. It's another good one.
360 is just, looks like somebody took a pepper shaker on it. Black spot, black spot, black spot. Nice fish.
Another one right in the snoot. Oh, that's a nice fish. This is fun.
This is pretty okay.
This is fun. Oh, yeah, I saw that. That is a nice one.
Oh, this is so fun, man. Oh, dude, I don't even know what to say anymore. Perky. Everything's cold and wet, but so worth it. Oh, that's awesome. And they've got a whole bunch of friends. Should we get another double?
Let's do it.
Let's do it.
Under the boat. Under the boat.
Oh, I gotta get the double now. This we just
Under the boat. This does not get old. Oh my goodness. And we're on.
I was a little late for the double, but not much. Yes.
Late or am I late?
You were early, I was late. Now let's both be on time. So the biggest thing for this cold water fishing is just slowing down, and it is the hardest thing to do. Even with plastics, you get so used to ripping and snapping and whatever, but like a little 1-foot lift and changing how high I'm pulling it and how fast I'm pulling it. I'm not doing a 3-foot sweep, and even if I'm doing a 1-foot, I'm not doing a snap where the bait really shoots and stuff. I just want it to kind of lift up and slowly go down and just lift up and slowly go down. Just, you got to slow everything way down. And when they bite it, so there's kind of two different moods of fish. Half of them are like dormant. They're tighter to bottom. They're just sitting there waiting for something to slowly come right past their face, and then they're grabbing it. And the other mood of fish is like a couple you've seen where it's almost like a different species, right? Those ones, you do that little one foot pull past their face and they just explode on it like a pike. And it's super interesting with the live scope seeing that there's literally two completely different moods of fish on the same structure at the same time, and you can get them both to bite the exact same thing, fishing slow, but you would never know, you know, that half of them are going bonk on that thing and the other half are just like, well, I suppose I'll take a bite. So obviously slowing way down, but also just a slight hesitation on the hook set. I talk about pitching minnows this time of year and how you have to feel the bite and then wait for them, like 1 Mississippi, 2 Mississippi, and I'm not waiting quite that long with plastics because it's not a live thing that they're necessarily tasting and chewing on, but I'm not feeling the bonk and instantly cracking them either. It's just literally like a 1 Mississippi and then crack them, just to give them a second to make sure they got it good. When we first got out here, well, Hoffman caught one on his very first cast of the day, but then we each missed 1 or 2 fish right after that because we were just setting the hook in the typical summertime plastic, your fall whatever bite where you feel it and you just instantly drill them. And all we did was just do a slight hesitation of bonk, 1 Mississippi, and then crack them. And now we've gotten them all in the boat. Such a magical time of year, and everybody's got their boats winterized, and I get it. It's work. It's all the layers. It's everything's freezing. Guides are frozen, but man, is it magical. And I'm just using my favorite setup, the 7.4 medium light Elliott Identity rig and jig. This is 6-pound performance braid, the cheaper braid. I usually want 832 on most everything. I do run a couple rods with that performance braid just because the casting distance is even better, and we could probably be getting away with 1/8 ounce jigs today to get a little bit slower fall. We're using quarters, and I wouldn't go heavier than that, even with a little bit of wind and fishing out to 12 feet of water or so. Oh, that was a weed. But yeah, you could get by with an eighth of an ounce, but we're still kind of just trying to move slowly 0.7 or whatever along this in fan casts. So I wanted enough weight to fish as fast as I could, as slow as I could. I was pulling back thinking it was a weed and it just was like, meh. This is my last one. Oh, yeah, I didn't wait to set the hook. I was just like, oh, tick, pop. That is the difference. Practice what you preach. Hesitate on the hook set. You think that was a short bite? Freaking bozo. Tick. Oh, we didn't get it all. Tick. What? Dude, smoked it. Let me get out of it. Yeah. Your first cast with the blade bait. Oh yeah. Nice.
Oh. A new bait that I have never used. My first time throwing it. First cast. Cutter. What is the cool part?
It's first cast ever with the Rapala Rippin blade. You're gonna hear a lot more about it in the immediate future.
That thing took off like a freight train.
Whacked it. Now, obviously, it's no secret walleyes love blade baits, especially in super cold water. So I was pumped to see the Rapala added their own Rippin blade to the lineup. Super sick colors. He's using that, I can't remember the name of it, like chrome gold something, but it looks like kind of a perch pattern, but with golds and oranges, and Just cold water, slowly fluttering that bait. Thump. How good did that feel, dude?
It's a really slow yo-yo. Controlled fall, too.
I don't know who sells gloves without fingertips, but I gotta throw in the towel. Honestly, we were whacking them, getting doubles, getting hits, and then as soon as the sun got down towards the horizon, it was like a light switch and they just completely shut off, even though they're still everywhere. And that's the thing, even once you get into the fall bite, it's like the best bite seems to be midday, early afternoon, when it's the warmest and the sun is up and out. Same is true for this time of year, but I know if we were man enough to stay out and troll shallow crankbaits in this area, we would light them up. But we're gonna go get pizza. So we ended up whacking them on a little bit of everything, some hair, some blade baits. Obviously the thing we caught the most fish on was a good old moon eye and plastic combo, and just slowing down. But look for these fish, they're a lot shallower than you think. Up in this 10-12 foot kind of sand flats and weed flats, and as the water continues to dip, they're going to keep pushing up tighter and tighter. And you know what, pretty quick here we're going to be catching them through a couple inches of ice, and some people already are on smaller lakes. So pizza time. Thanks so much for watching. I don't know if we're going to be able to get the boat out again. If we do, we're going to have to break some ice, but maybe next time you watch we'll be plucking them in this same area through an 8-inch hole.